Ayo, Shalom, O praise to Yahweh Hashem, El Shai, Bashem, Rakah, Kadash, and double honor to the apostles and elders of GreatMillStone and well. Shalom to all the brothers out there doing the work in sincerity and truth. Just got a little update on them France protests, and it's funny as hell, because it really shows how, like, shit can go tits up, like, in no time flat, man. And, you know, 2019 is going to be a real fucking interesting year, man. Because the kind of shit you see in the news, it's just, you know, shit's going to go there. But it's on Newsweek. It says, France protests. Police threaten to join protesters. Demand better paying conditions. So, the fucking guys that have been bashing these protesters over the head, now they're thinking like, yo, I'm gonna fucking go join them, man, because they've been getting fucked over as well. I mean, that's fucking hilarious, man. I mean, if that ain't clearly showing that, what do you call it? If they ain't clearly showing it, that what do you call it? You know, shit can go real. Could just go sideways, supremely sideways, with the greatest of ease. Hey man, that's hilarious. Said the French government is desperately trying to keep its exhausted police force on side following weeks of violent protests demanding economic reforms, improved living standards, and the resignation of President Emmanuel Macron. So yeah, Macron, that guy's, you know, he's proven he's just a fucking. He's a supreme homosexual, you know. The guy was a former Rothschild banker, so you know, he's obviously linked in, and all he's obviously about is just pushing the agenda of the elites, you know. Ain't too special, you know. It's evident. He's clearly their guy. So that's why these coppers are getting upset. But it's gonna be just like with thing is back like a couple of years back where you had like France was getting smashed in, like on an almost daily basis. Them guys had the fucking military polices out there rolling around with the pharmacists just everywhere. Man had the snipers. It was Belgium. They had the snipers, just chilling, just watching over the town. Then they had like military personnel just rolling around with the pharmacists, just hella just cash. So it's gonna go to that. But it's the same thing they said in the UK. In the UK, what they say? They said that they need the what do you call it? The fucking military, as a backup, just in case of public unrest. You know, once thingy goes down, man. Public unrest once this fucking what do you call it, man? The Brexit goes through. In case of like after Brexit goes through. So that's actually hilarious, man. That's basically showing like, yo, once this shit starts going through, it's gonna get messy, and then for France as well, because France is what's it meant to be, man? France, you've had them yellow jacket protests for the last couple of weeks. Everyone's upset with what the hell is this prick called, man? With Macron, man. Macron, everyone's like, fuck Macron, and hey, if even the police are looking to roll, he's gonna have to go to the military. Then that's gonna be that martial law, that martial laws, mate. Which, hey, that's hilarious as all hell, man. But okay, it says, but some activists are calling on police to walk out on government negotiations, close down police stations, and join the Gilets Jaunes, or Yellow Vests protesters, from whom they have been facing off since November 17. So they're the guys who've been holding them back. If they join with them, then shit's gonna start getting messed up. They're gonna have to bring the cops, man. Then they might have to bring in a curfew. They might have to, you know, shit will get pushed forward quick. But that's fucking hilarious, man. Because that just shows it's a tipping point, man. Negotiations between three unions, Alliance UNSA Police and Unity SGPFO, and Interior Minister Christophe Castaner, on Tuesday failed to reach a settlement as talks resumed on Wednesday. France 24 reported that activists were calling on forces across the country to commit a slowdown and only respond to emergencies until the dispute had been settled. So yeah, that's the infrastructure of the country is going to start grinding to a halt, man. Them police ain't coming out. Then people are going to start going buck. What people are going to realize? Hold on, that means you can just get some guy's going to be going there just like thinking, I can just go in and punch someone in the face, go rob someone's store, all kinds of shit. Just hey, it's going to start getting messy, man. And the thing is well, it's going to go into these guys were getting shafted like these coppers. And it's no surprise that the fucking yellow vest protests fucking tipped them over. It says police have accumulated some 23 million hours of overtime that is yet to be paid. Bro, what the fuck? 23 million hours. That's some shit. You be getting upset. You be doing overtime. You've been doing that overtime. Extra 4 or 5 hours. Whew. A day for fucking time. And then you ain't even getting paid. Hey, I ain't surprised they upset. But hey, it seems like they with some madness like that, you're just gonna have to jump straight to the what do you call that? To the what the hell was I talking about? With shit like that, you're gonna have to jump straight to what do you call it? 23 million hours of overtime. Well, I completely fucking forgot what I was going to say. Oh, to the military, man. You're going to have to get the military out there. Because them guys, I'm like, yo, you saying you ain't going to pay all them fucking overtime hours? It says, according to the local France police union leader, Frédéric Lagache, explained, faced with this irresponsibility, we are forced to be irresponsible in our own actions. Says, the Alliance in Unity SGPFO unions called for a black day for the police on Wednesday. The alliance is using Twitter and Facebook to rally support for what it calls Act 1 of the police protests, using the name given to the ongoing demonstrations held by Gilets Jaunes. The group has also threatened to hold Act 2 and Act 3 if required. Unions have already warned that the government over a newly proposed budget set to be adopted Thursday, which Alliance said could cut around 70.8 million from the national police budget. So they're cutting 70 million from the budget. And it says, such a blow would further degrade conditions for police amid the most pressing deployments for years. Dennis Jacob, a spokesperson for the Alternative Police Union, said the police are already at breaking point. Said the government is offering a one-time bonus of around $342 to each officer deployed to face the Yellow Jacket protests, totaling 37.7. So they're going to cut like 70.8, and they're going to give, but you can have, here's just over half of that, you can have it back. But this is a force that claims to have been overworked and underpaid for years. Unpaid overtime, for example, totals around 313 million nationwide. So that really, the man is offering like 10% of what's owed, pretty much, which is that's trash, man. I ain't surprised. I won't be surprised these cops, because the thing is, these cops have to go out there and get their head bashed in by some yellow jackets, man. And then motherfuckers ain't paying you. Why would you even stay out there? You be like, fuck this shit, man. Fuck you, just like, fuck that, man. Just take off the riot gear. Start smashing some shit up, man. Go to fucking Macron's house. So Secretary of State Laurent Nunez told the RMC radio station Wednesday he would work on a payment schedule to address the government debts, though he warned that the exact details remain under discussion with the unions. Thing here as well is if the unions get a shit deal, then it's gonna be like what's her name discovered, man, Theresa May, where everyone's an insurrection. Them guys might fucking go butt wild anyway. But yeah, it's funny, funny as hell, because that just shows like hey man, it's France is holding on by that last thread, is what it appears. Because from when you've had riots non-stop, now the guys who are stopping that are threatening to join them riots, and you ain't even like all they say like they're like, yo, show me the money, and then you ain't even showing some real any kind of real amount of money. That that just sounds like shit's gonna get ready to pop off, man. Read this Ecclesiastes 3:1. It says, "To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the sun." It says a time to be born. Well, yeah, there's a season for everything. So that's why it's like, Esau had that season where he was flourishing, and now he's in decline, man. That's why everything's going buck wild. He's having to try and put in them new world order plans. It says what? A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. So yeah, there's a time to be born and a time to die. And what this in France is showing is that, we're in that time of public upheavals of the people, insurrections of the people. That's basically that time of death coming in, man. Because the Lord's basically getting ready to unleash on this place everything. It says what? A time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up. Yeah, so time to kill, which is that's what we're coming into, a time to break down, and that's what these guys been doing, breaking down. The Lord's been in the process of breaking down Esau's rulership. That's why it's like now you got fucking coppers. They get to go out there and bash people over the head for a couple hours. They didn't want to do that. They're just like, yo, fuck this shit, man. Done like 3-4 weeks of that shit. He's like, yo, y'all gonna pay me for this shit? A time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance. So yeah, it's that laughter is gonna come to an end real swift. Because the thing is Macron's, he's just a suit. He ain't really. He's obviously just, he's taking orders, man. He's doing what he's told. And it's gonna be that time to weep, man, because all these people are gonna realize, yo, these guys don't give a fuck about us. And it's a time to mourn. So that means that when that death and destruction starts coming, it's gonna be that time to mourn, man. So I'll skip down just to verse 8. It says a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. Yeah, so that all that love was already descendant from when you have to go out and smash it just to get your point heard. That means that love's out the window, and that time of war, man. Because that's what it's from. Hey, if the police, them guys, protesters and police are warring. If the police join them, then it's gonna be the militaries against the general public, warring as well, man. That peace ain't gonna come to the kingdom, man. Right now we've done been in the time of war, man. So, hey, this thing's it's moving quick, it's moving swift, man. Yeah, but I'll leave it there. I'll say all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yashai B'Shem HaKadash. That one's the Apostle, Elders of GreatMillStone, and Shalom. Shalom.